Good morning, welcome back to In the Garden. You know what, Paul, we're relaxing in the garden today, but a lot of people are not relaxed about the weather when they want to get out in the garden lately and say, hey, it's mild out there, it's time to get out and plant everything we normally do in the spring. Is that right or is that wrong?
It's wrong.
Okay.
And I think, our wardrobe today suggests what's wrong about it. You're in short sleeves, I've got a jacket on. So it's just wacky weather. And, according to a lot of climate scientists, we are indeed 20, 25 days. Spring has arrived a little earlier by those number of days. So, does that mean that we can move up planting dates? Sorry, I can't in good faith recommend that. Now, certainly, this is a fine time to plant everything that you would ordinarily be planting this time of year. So deciduous and evergreen trees and shrubs, roses, hardy perennials. There's lots of stuff that you should be planting now. But the problem is that people are coming in and they're thinking, oh, so I can go ahead and plant my tomatoes and peppers and beans and melons and okra? No, you really can't.
Yeah, because the average low, whenever we talk about a freeze, is the end of March for a freeze, but we've seen freezes, a killing freeze, anything from 24 to 28 up through the middle of April. And the latest that we've seen a freeze, May 2nd. So we know that we could still get a couple freezes between now and then.
Exactly. And there's just no way, despite all your expertise and all the computer systems that you have, there's no way of knowing. So the best way to approach this is to just stay the course, plant according to normal planting dates. Now, it may be that, 2 weeks from now, it does look like in the long range forecast that it's to continue to be a little warmer than normal. I may suggest that, okay, we can consider planting a few things a little ahead of schedule, like the warm season vegetables. But at the same time, you got to be prepared to protect them and cover them. So, blankets, row covers, those kinds of things offer a few degrees of protection, not as much as people think. So when you're talking about a tomato, for instance, if temperatures drop below mid-40s, that could stunt the growth of that tomato. It won't necessarily cause obvious tissue damage, black tissue and like the plant's dead, but it may stunt its growth in such a way that it will never develop properly through the rest of the year. Same with peppers. Things like beans and okra that you sow from seed typically, squash, melons. Soil temperatures play a role in when those germinate best. And right now, with temperatures doing what they're doing, soil temperatures are all over the place.
And it's a lot of work to do that. When you're talking about covering, I know if you cover small plants, shrubs, pretty easily, but when you're talking about a tomato where you're 2 or 3 feet tall and you're covering that, it seems to me that you could also do a little bit of damage on those as well.
Well, you could. And so really, now if you plant in containers, the advantage there is, assuming it's not too heavy, is that if we do drop, into the 30s or whatever, then certainly you can move the container indoors overnight, put it in the garage, and it'll be fine, whatever's growing in it. But everybody's wanting to jump the gun, and I worry about, them experiencing failures when my task is to make sure they experience successes.
And the one thing that really helps us out with that as well is you were talking about people come in and they want a certain item. If it's not here yet, then that means it's probably not ready to put in the ground.
No, we've had people coming in and thinking that because it's so warm, well, I want some lantana and I want some begonias, and whoa, folks, the reason they're not here is that growers and retailers adjust delivery dates in accordance with normal planting dates. So there's a very good reason why that stuff isn't here. We don't want people to have failures in their attempt to enjoy gardening.
Yeah, so just enjoy the mild weather right now, and then once spring finally starts to get here, then we can start putting those things in the ground at that time.
Exactly, and just like you said, enjoy it. I mean, it has been beautiful, no question about it.
Yeah, speaking of beautiful, we're enjoying this right now.
I know, we catch some rays.
I kind of like this chair. I mean, can we do this more often?
Yeah, I need sunglasses.
Yeah, it's not bad. Do you have any?
No.
No? Okay. Does feel good.